Are you worried that volunteers and parents just aren't going to come back to PTO next year? If this is at all a concern of yours, then you really need to watch this video, because this has kind of been on my mind for the last week and I've wanted to talk about it, but I kind of didn't want it to come across as being rude, but I'm just decided I need just to tell you this. So if you think that you're not going to have members to come back next year, so I'm talking about next school year when hopefully things are way closer to normal than they have been this year, if you're worried about this, then that kind of means a couple things are going on with your group. So for one, your mission and your goals are not clear. If parents are not understanding what is going on, then either you don't have a mission and goals that you're living into, they're not being communicated, like people don't understand that this is what you're doing, or the mission is not happening and the goals are not being met, so people don't see the point. Okay? This is kind of tough love, but seriously, your parents, people have been cooped up with their families who they love, but your PTO needs to be giving them an outlet. That is a benefit. That is something you do. And if people don't care enough, if they think that, oh, we've had this break from PTO and actually it's been awesome, it means that something's wrong with your PTO. I hate to say it like this, but honestly, that is what's going on. So because you can't have parents who enjoy their break a little too much, right? You just can't, because then it just means something is misaligned. Maybe you have goals, maybe you have them and you think you are meeting them, but what if those goals are out of alignment with what the community needs or wants? Then they're not going to care. Or maybe it's more hassle than it's worth, because maybe your PTO has had an issue with drama, trauma, and mean girls, and people are like, you know what? Life is too short for that crap, so I'm not going to go back for that. In any event, the point of this video is not to dump on you. It is to say, if you are having some worries that you think people aren't going to come back, if you are not totally excited and amped up about the possibility like I am, then you need to take a look at your situation and look at what you can change. One thing, if it's more hassle than it's worth, and you're like a disorganized hot mess, one thing you can do really easily right now is to start to get organized. I have a bunch of resources that'll help you do this. A lot of them are free, some of them are paid, so there's really no excuse. There's something for everybody's budget. You want to focus on quality of events over quantity. If you are just trying to do a jam-packed year where there's no rest for the wicked, then that's going to be a huge turnoff. Perhaps scale back a little bit to increase involvement. I know that sounds kooky, but that's sometimes the way it works if you give people a bit of a breather in between the events. And you really, for example, you don't have to celebrate every holiday. You don't have to be having a different event every month. You can just pick and choose the ones that get the most involvement, the ones that don't conflict with other programs that your PTO is putting on, or your fundraisers. You just don't need to be having so much going on all the time. It's totally fine. So a big thing I think that also could be the issue is that maybe your group's goals is out of alignment with what the community needs. An example of this is, it's kind of like when you are offering, or you're doing a fundraiser where you're offering bottles of water during a rainstorm, when really your community needs umbrellas and maybe rain boots, right? So if you're offering water, but they really need an umbrella, they're just not going to be that interested. So again, if this is your concern, now is the time to make a change. You have plenty of time to make both big tweaks as well as small tweaks to get your group closer to solving some of these issues that I talked about. Again, I don't know the particulars of your group, but I'm just when I was thinking about why someone would say, I don't know if people are going to come back next year. Those are the reasons that came to mind for why I think that you might not have people coming back. So take this video is I already said this in comment or in response to somebody else. It's like a combination, smackdown, straight talk, what you need to know, but also like caring. Because I know you can do this. Like you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't care about it. So I know you can make the changes that you need to make in order to make your group awesome. So if you if you can relate to this video, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. If you have questions, I also want to hear from you. You know, I'm always good for that. Good for a good answer. I'll tell you what I think and to help your situation. So let me hear from you. So until next time, you take care. Bye-bye.